Shalom, call halal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Bahashim Makakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and other bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful like tabernacle of David. I am the elder Yashawan. Shalom and salutation to you all. Gotta watch Tucker. When they take Tucker down, as soon as they take Tucker down, they're coming after us. Okay, and that's the plan. Figured it out. Right, and I've been saying the same thing, but I mean, they keep saying it in our face. So when they say it again, I'll show you the receipt. Okay, so let's see, where do we start? Let's start here. Boom. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Gotta get Satan. But Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? Now we go here. Psalm 64:6. They plot. Right? They plot injustice and say, we have devised a perfect plan. Surely the human mind and heart are cunning. Okay? That diligent search. They went and did that. Who did it? Tucker did. Where's Tucker over here? Right here. Tucker did that. Might take a minute for this to come up. Oh, not him. It's a lot. Let's see if they're going to do it for me. Where's this guy at? Him. Shalom to the elder apostle Tahar. The water for the teachings. What is that? Okay. Yeah. So that guy down at the camp, right? He devised the perfect plan. They put him on it, is what you have to understand. When he came down, he was tasked with coming down to the camp. The Rothschild sent this nigga. However it came down the chain of command, he wound up at the camp, asking questions and getting called out by the Spirit. The Spirit was in control of it. And you can see what the Most High did. So, and because it's coming back up, proving things. Oh, it wasn't on film. It's on film. It was the Elder Apostle. It was GMS, and it's the Spirit. And Psalm 64:6. They search out injustice, saying, we have accomplished a diligent search, for the inward mind and heart of a man are deep. Now, basically, right, they're saying that these devils go out of their way to make sure that they're on point. And when they're not, right, they, they have a way of doing things themselves, but they're very diligent. They will go in, right, because here's what they want to know. They know what they're up against. They're up against the Most High. What are they doing? They're trying to flip it. So they got to go back and say they read, right? They read stuff in these books, and let's go there. They have the wherewithal to do that. The funds, the funding. Some dude, go get me the Elephant Man's bones, and we'll blame it on Michael Jackson. Whatever the case may be, they'll go get some shit. I want the Ark of the Covenant. We haven't found it yet. I wonder why. Let's make a movie about it. Act like we got it. So this devil, what is he looking for? And then they make movies, right, that you're not supposed to figure out, like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Because the Lost Ark is what the Bible is about. Okay? The Lost Ark, the lost sheep, put it all together, right? Who is Amalek? There's a big thing about Amalek right now. Who is Amalek? Well, just say the whole name. Amalekite. Right? Telling on yourself. Anyway, stumbled upon this. Tucker Carlson. When is this? 18 hours ago. So he's responding to Laura Loomer. So what you have to see when you read this is all set up. This little fight back and forth is all part of what Tucker's plan, this devised cunningly. We have devised the perfect plan. We have accomplished the diligent. We sought these niggas out. Then we went and perfected a secret plan after we checked them out. Now we know. Here's how we do it. We create anti-Semitism. Right? One dude came out and said, "You're a JOO hater." I don't use anti-Semitic because we found out that everybody's a Semite. Anyone who descends from Noah's son Shem is a Shemite, right? So anyway, the change in horses is midstream. And this is obvious to a man of the Lord who has spiritual insight, okay? See, Tucker's using his best mainstream media, matter of fact, what do they do? Edited. They send this, right, to 6 people that read it over, make sure it sounds like Tucker, and everything is in its place. Nothing is said wrong. Now, if Tucker was being professional and he had to come against somebody, it would look just like this, okay? But this here, okay, the way they're going back and forth, everything is in there. Everything they need to come after us. Look at Leo. What the fuck is it? I just saw this. Look at this. This is all, look, Tucker put this in here. What did Leo say? There is an active shooting. Yeah, there's an active shooting at a synagogue. We got a nigga's face right there. See that? I didn't even see that. I was looking at Laura Loomer. Anyway, Tucker sets it up. He posts this. This is all CIA top to bottom. Okay. I read the filth you published. I rarely read the filth you publish and have never responded to it for the same reason I avoid pornography. This is perfectly written. Perfectly. It's a little jab in there. You understand? You have to see it for what it is. This is top-notch CIA proofread by 6 people. It's unhealthy, and I don't want to encourage it. But you're going to encourage it. See the witchcraft right there? But in this specific case, right, I'm going to jack off. Right? But in this specific case, I understand exactly what you're doing, and I'd like to stop it now. Okay? So this is a cat fight, right? And what he's saying is precisely right. I have never said or suggested that. What? Read more. Oh, here we go. Suggested that everyone needs to know where their local Chabad is or anything remotely like it. I didn't attack or even criticize Chabad, an organization I've mentioned precisely once in my life. See, the way that this is succinctly written and perfectly written, and he's landing, this is editorial, right? And that's what he does, but he does it with a team. He sends it. He didn't go do the diligent search himself. They got money. This is a CIA diligent search. Who does he work for? Who sent him? You understand? What kind of diligent search is that? It's not Tucker Carlson sitting at a computer doing research with a pencil in his ear. You understand? Tucker is part of the CIA, so that's one of the best diligent searches on the face of the planet, next to the Israeli Mossad, and they're doing it for him. Who does Tucker work for? Anyway, everything's in there. Amalek. Right? What's this nigga doing controlling Amalek? Right? Like he gonna tell him, I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna get right in your face and I'm gonna tell you. And then you don't say nothing. You don't say nothing about us. So this is craft. Okay? They plot injustice. What we're looking at is Tucker's plot and his plan. They plot injustice and say we have devised a perfect plan. Surely the human mind and heart are cunning. Let me read the King James. They search out iniquities, right? They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. And the heart is deep. Okay, Salah. So, uh, yeah, this is perfectly written. Salak. Last week, I said I believe that IDF soldiers in Israel have received Third Temple patches for their uniforms from Chabad. I believe that's true. Please let me know if I'm wrong. Not that you care. See, this is a perfectly scripted cat fight where this guy, what they're doing is they're getting people involved in this drama, right? This is some fucking what do they call it? Reality TV. Okay, this is an absurd slander, of course. Absolutely, it is. So the point, right here. Here's why they come after us. This is Tucker putting the red herring in there. The point of your post is to blame me preemptively for violent attacks on American, those that you believe are coming, right? And they came. Who did they come in the form of? A Negro with some bullshit. You see it? This is an absurd slander. Of course, I bore this, right? Why is he's setting all of this up? So when they come after Tucker, you understand? What he's doing, he's making himself the bad guy. He's making himself the anti-Shem of the world right next to Candace Owens. Because then they're going to say, well, she's the face of it, right? When the J doubles come after Tucker, the Edom, whatever they call it, whatever they say, Edom is going to rise up. I'm talking about American Edom is going to say, oh no, not our Tucker. You understand? And that's going to confuse everybody, right? And what are they doing? They're taking the spotlight off of them and putting it on who? Okay. Now, you can read the rest of this, and you have to. The concept of Amalek has. See, he's making sure everything is in there. Therefore, I'm strongly opposed. No. Okay, so now let's take a quick look at what Laura said. This started it, Tucker. And see, she's scripted to write this, and then he comes back with that retort. It says, Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. What? Whoa. Hold on. Who does America hate most? Half of America loves Tucker. All of America hates Candace. Why? She's black. Negroes hate Candace. Understand where this is going? Okay, so she's going to take the blame. Who are they going to point at? They ain't going to point at Tucker. This is to go to her, and then that guy, Allah, right? Powered by Allah, whatever the fuck that was, right? All of this is adding up. Both said everyone needs to know where their local Chabad is. I said their hatred would lead to people shooting up, right? In blah, blah, blah. It will end up being a Negro, right? And here's another thing. I'm going to throw this out there, and you let me know what you think about it, all right? They've been setting this thing up going way back. And all you got to do is look at Pike and Massini. It's right there. Why wouldn't they, right? Why wouldn't they, knowing that this is what the Third World War is going to be about, right? It's going to be about what? It's going to be about Calypso Louis. Right? Where is he at? Calypso Louis. Why did Calypso Louis? See, Calypso, here's what they did. They gave, see, nobody gets that much money and gets to sit down and set up shop unless Esau says so. And guess what? Esau says so for Calypso Louis, who is Louis Farrakhan. When you understand that, they've been holding that whole organization together for what? So that they can point and say, the African Americans, right, are the Muslims. The African Americans are powered by Allah. Okay, now let me go a little bit deeper. You know what else they did? Around that time, they went to those, whoever, well, Elijah Muhammad, or they went to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they went to whoever these people had to go to, right, to what? Change their name. These influential stars, Cassius, you would think this nigga want to change his name anyway. But the point, Cassius, right? What's the nigga's name today that they're saying went and did some funky shit? His name is Muhammad. Okay? Lou Alcindor, right? Why did they get these people to change their names at that particular time? Who was the number one, right? Who was bigger than Michael Jackson when the Jackson 5 were big, right? Well, I'm sure there's a picture with Muhammad Ali, or is that Cassius? Cassius Clay, right? Changed his name to what? And who did that? And why? Because it's making us look like Muslims going on. Oh, we gonna change our name. We Muslims? No, we're not. Oh, we're the people that enslaved us too. No, we're not. That's a setup. They set up Calypso Louis. They set up Elijah Muhammad, who don't even look like us, right? But they set us up to be Muslims. How and why? Because of this right here. Because of this right here. So they've been working on this for a while. Now all they got to do is say, well, look at the nation. They hate us. They hate, we got Farrakhan on record, right, saying this about Jews, right? Going way back. They've been waiting to pull this card. They're pulling that card right now. What about them names? Cassius Clay, Lou Alcindor. What about that? Fascinating. There's more. Okay. Anyway, you can see it, right? The Trump administration must start deporting these. Look at this. Look at this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you start with Tucker and Candace, and then you end with deporting who? Calypso Louis and the black Muslims. And then you put one down here, right? This isn't, he's confirming that he was the one down in Texas with a hoodie on. There he is. This is very sad. So whoever can't see this is what's coming. Why? Tucker. That guy. Why is he spearheading all of this shit? He's starting fights. He getting picked up and he's everywhere. Tucker's everywhere, ain't he? There he is. He's in the whole story. Tucker's part of the whole story of the Israelites. He's a main character. Is he not? Anyway, let's go back to where we started. I'm going to close. I'm going to just keep it like that. See, we know. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his, but we know exactly what this dude is doing. So when they move on Tucker, right, they're setting Tucker up. Tucker's setting himself up to be moved on. When they move on Tucker and they pass these laws, that's what, isn't that what Laura just said? We need to pass some laws against these niggers. Deporting these from our country, we must start. What is that? What are they going to say we're doing? Offender for a word. Do we have that? Yeah. Try to get out. Isaiah 29:21. That make a man an offender for a word. Anti-Shemitic. And lay a snare. What did Tucker do? For him that, for who? For us. For here. Snare was already underway right here. They sent him down there. When he left, he set up what we're watching now. This dude making himself right next to Candace and Leo and any other nigga that we can blame it on, because we're coming after, he's coming after us. Easy peasy. With that, we pray that the elect will edify you, brother. Did I finish that? Salakia. Isaiah 29:21. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. That's the prophets. And turn aside the just for a thing or not. Like we don't even matter out here, right? Pushing, kicking this word right up to the end, and people, I mean, shalom.